What's up there, Bubbles? What y'all doing? I ain't doing nothing. Good old Sunday. Cooked some food for me and my wife. Sat down. Did our little errand running, during this time. Like I said, I was thinking my last one. I thank y'all for viewing it, looking at it. My last one was work in progress. Well, this one today, we're gonna do an emotional check to see if we emotionally unstable or some of the things, the top 9 things that make people emotionally unstable. Because one thing about it, in our journey through life, man, we gonna need some emotional stability. We just are. We can't get broken to pieces about having to fall down and get back up, fall down and get back up, because that's just the journey through life. That's just the way that our higher power, whoever he may be to you, that's just the way that he made it. So these are the top 9 things that we can check for ourselves and for the others that's around us, whether it be mother, grandmother, spouse, children. These are the top 9 things that most people get emotionally, unstable about. It's kind of crazy, but I guarantee you at least 1, 2, or 3, or maybe all of them will fit you in that category. And it's not a problem, because once you find out what it is, then you can start checking it. See? So that's how that works. All right. The number 1 thing is the overwhelming need to be popular. People just, like acceptance is one of the biggest things in the world. No matter who you are and where you go, everybody wants to be accepted. If they sit there and say to a certain extent they don't want to be accepted, but it's got to be for me. It's got to be for the right reasons. I want to be accepted for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. You shouldn't be worried about whether you popular or not. Because 9 times out of 10, the most popular group is the one that's probably not doing right. So I wouldn't roll with the popular thing to do. Hanging in the crowd. I always want to be myself, and I always think that conveying the message of you being yourself. If you being yourself, whether you think it's popular or not, it's probably popular to somebody else, because no matter what they'll say, hey, he's always his. He's always him. And we living in the age now of social media. Everybody want to be popular. That's why everybody on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all that stuff doing what they're doing, because they want to be popular. But don't let that consume you with take over your life where your main aim is to be popular. You gotta have the best, this, that, and the third. Don't worry about that. And if you overwhelmed with it, like I said, you might be emotionally stable with going too far with that. Our second thing is we doubt our appearance. That's a big thing. A person, whether how you look, how you dress, where you live at, where your standard of living is in comparison to somebody else's. See, we can't have self-doubt, have doubt in our appearance. I like this watch right here. It's a very gaudy, nice looking watch. It ain't the real McCoy, but it look nice. That's fine with me. I ain't worried about that. I'm not so much caught into my appearance, and doubting my appearance, because I'm a Calvin Klein model regardless. So don't let that beat you down. Like worrying about how you appear to others. As long as you're doing your best and you know that you clean, washed up, and how you supposed to do every day, it don't make no difference to nobody else. Number 3 is caring about somebody else's opinion. This is a tough one, because a lot of people is worried about the opinion of others, of how they're living adversity there. And I can tell you right now, if you're caring about somebody else's opinion, or either somebody's throwing their opinion on you of what you should and should be doing, they need to find something else to do, because that's too much time occupied either worrying about somebody else's opinion or somebody worrying about what you're doing. It just is, And like I said, I wrote this down. Most people are scared of the same thing. So the same opinion that they're giving out is the same thing that they probably most scared of. And most people, they self-absorbed. They really self-absorbed. They ain't really, they acting like they care or they give their opinion. But if you ask them 2 days from now, what was he wearing or what was she doing, they couldn't tell you. They too self-absorbed in their own self to really even care about, like I said, if they throwing something out, then don't you worry about nobody else's opinion. Worry about yours. Your opinion matters first. All right, so we're making our way. Let's talk the first three. Number 4 is the reaction to a refusal. I know people can tell whether a person is emotionally unstable by the way they handle being refused. Somebody telling them no, gonna tell you a lot about that person. You ever been in a situation where you done told somebody no and you just done broke their heart? And it get to the point that you can't tell a person no, because if you tell them no, you know they're gonna act out. I call it, they are old infant. They grown as on the what, but as soon as they told no, they act like an infant, falling on the floor, crying, all that stuff. That's fine, you know. Like I said, in that instance, I wrote that. So you don't take it so personal. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, somebody telling you no, they ain't really trying to hurt your feelings. They just gotta tell you no. And then too, you gotta understand somebody else's situation and the matter, the reason why they telling you no. Maybe they telling you no, refusing it for your own good. Maybe you just don't know that because you want what you want. That was number 4. Number 5, and this is everybody. High expectations. You know, like sometimes we set the bar so high of our expectations, and then when you don't meet them, you know, like you get unstable, you get all flustered and worried about. But see, what you gotta do is, you gotta make them realistic. You gotta make some realistic goals and expectations for yourself so you can meet them, and you can make them small, you know. And don't be the type of person that hold a person to a high expectation, but you don't got them for yourself. The type of person that'll tell somebody something, well, you should be doing this and you should be doing that, but then you ain't doing it yourself. Don't be that person either. Number 6. Everybody can tell when you're emotionally unstable. You got the jealousy. Jealousy. See, the average person, they swear to God that everybody else is doing better than them. And in contrast, that's just something you thinking in your mind. See, most people, their jealousy stems from them thinking that somebody else has a silver spoon that's more silver than theirs. So they jealous of that. Like, well, you know, if I was in that situation, this, that, and the third, and you know. But see, the thing about it is, you don't know people's day-to-day struggles. You know, like don't be emotionally unstable like that, because and jealousy, you know, because like I said, it's just the envy of the world. Me, you know, because people, when you're jealous, you compare what you have to what they have. But me, what I learned to do, I compare myself from today and what I did yesterday. So every day I'm trying to be a little bit more better at being me, you know. And then we got number 7. This goes along with the jealousy. Is devaluation. Devaluation is like every one of them people that say, you don't see, yours won't like mine, you ain't have it like me. See, I had it harder than you, this, that, and the third. You ain't have it like I see, because you downplaying everybody else's situation and uprising yours. So it's making it seem like your struggle is harder than yours. Well, I mean, you got people like Oprah, you know what I mean, Jay-Z. You got a whole bunch of people that came from devastating background to make it to where they are now. And one thing they didn't do was downplay somebody else's, so they will come. So you don't have devaluation in somebody else's situation. And then see too, the person that you might be devaluating, that might be your help. The reason why you telling them, you know, you don't know what it's like. I swear you don't know what it's like. It's like this, you know, because everybody's a mind reader. Everybody can tell you what's better for somebody else and what's better not for somebody else. But that's number 7. Okay, number 8 is indecisiveness, which I'm a victim. I ain't gonna say indecisive. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna say it. I'm indecisive. And see, indecisive, that's linked to insecurities. You know, sometimes you gotta figure out what you wanna do. Sometimes you gotta stand on it. Like a dude told me, man, you say something, man, stand on it. Don't be scared to take that fall. Don't be so scared to take the leap that you never leap. It's just like when you see those penguins and they up on a big iceberg and a lot of them is their first time ever jumping off the little cliff. I mean, they indecisive as hell. But finally, you know, they take that dip into the water. And when you indecisive like that, it kind of be a little bit more harder. But I figure if you do this, you take small steps. Sometimes, you know, you start with lesser consequential situations, and then you balance them out where you make a temporary decision on something that may fix it just for right now, and then you know, like you see that that's working, and then sometimes you make a permanent decision on something. That's whatever it may be for you. But you know, like I said, that's emotionally unstable. I kick the camera. That's fine. Indecisive. You know, indecisiveness is something. I've been that way a lot. I've always been the type of person that'll say, what you want to eat? Now, I don't know what you want to eat. I don't know what you want to eat. Because you're scared if you say something, the next person will say, well, I ain't. Well, we'll have to make a decision on something. Like I said, that'll make you emotionally unstable. Because a lot of the time when you don't make a decision at all, you just kind of letting the chips fall where they may, and that's not good. And number 9, I'm all over the place tonight. Number 9, emotionally disturbed person is a person that's being possessive of others. And a person like that you gotta be careful with. That's a very possessive person. Because they'll have you change who you are into somebody else to fit their needs. Especially if you're the type of person that will fulfill that. And if you're not, then that's good. Like I said, and the people that need that, instead of, you know, like taking offense to when somebody don't come to your running back and call all the time, you take action on your own. Don't worry about what somebody else gonna do, because you don't need nobody else but you. In certain instances, you just need you. So, like I said, that was my quick rundown this week, because like I said, I mean, at my job, I see a lot of emotionally unstable people on a daily basis, man. And I used to be an emotionally unstable person because all 9 of these were mine all at one time. And I didn't know whether I was coming or going because I didn't have my emotions in check. And like I said, just check all of these 9 out. You run them back to yourself and see if that's you. If that's you, then we know we got some more work to do. If that's not, if a few of them are you, we can fix what we got. And if none of them are you, you that dude, bro. But yeah, I just did a little short one today because I always stayed on stop getting out your feelings and this and the third. And these are to bring up so you'll know some of the things maybe you didn't ever think about that you may be in your feelings about. And then these are the things that you need to work on. And I said, so try and change something about yourself to find peace and self-assurance. So just try little bits and pieces. Like I said, because it's all practice. And you'll never get it all at one time. So just try little bits and pieces to try to change yourself in a little certain type of, when these instances, these compilation of instances happen, which we call life, they happen. Try to, keep your emotions in check on that, man. Because a lot of people, like I said, we all fall up under these categories. And I want to give a big shout out, not even a shout out. This is what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to like, subscribe, share. This one is for my wife's friend. Her name is Teresa. I ain't gonna tell her business, but she isn't feeling so well. So what we gonna do as the Bubba's family that we are, by us being brothers and sisters, I want everybody that watches this to please go down to the bottom, to the comment section, and if you can, just throw a thumbs up or get well, and hope you feel better for like my wife's sister Teresa and her husband Abdullah and their kids. Just give a nice little comment. I hope you feel better. Thumbs up to Teresa, whatever the case may be. Giving another shout out to my homegirl in Q's world. That's big I, little N, big Q, little S world. Go over there and check her out. She's funny as heck. She always got something good. She got a new one that just came out. Let's see. You already know my Foreshore family. Love all y'all. And to be honest with you, like I said, these top 9 that I see, my wife's father, he really don't display a whole lot of these. And a lot of the guidance and wisdom that I do get, I get it from him. He's a very even keel man. But that comes from a lot of time and hard work. And I can tell that he's done it. So, like I said, we're going to stay up on our emotional check to see whether we're emotionally unstable or emotionally stable. And we're going to use that for others. And the people that you see that may be, if you want to, number one thing is don't tell them what to do. Advise them and help them understand, their shortcomings if they do have, make them understand them. And the best way to do that is use yourself as the tool to show them. Alright, so this is another one under the belt. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all platform media. Anybody that need this, I want to tell my wife I love you, baby. All right, and that's about it. Till the next time I see y'all, bro.